Let's go across to stock that has been buzzing, which is of course Newgen Technology. Mr. Diwakar Nigam is now joining us. So there was a series of block deals. I believe a little bit of stake has been sold by the promoter. Can you just tell us what was the sort of response that you got? Which are the new marquee investors that have entered the company?
Good afternoon, Pankaj. I think this was long overdue because we were planning to do this exercise for quite some time, because the liquidity in the market was very small, and as the investment bankers have been telling us that if you create some liquidity, then only the movement of your share will be right. And we also wanted to, we owned, between two of the co-founders, we owned about 65% and another 7-8% with our senior employees. So, as co-founders, after 30 years of stint, we just wanted to create some amount of liquidity. And so we went back to our investors. We talked to the existing investors and we talked to our new investors. And they believed in the great story which is brewing in Newgen. And I think that's why we got very good guys who have joined, who have come in. And we are looking for a great innings with them for a long, long time. Other than that, I think, market is showing that there is appreciation. And we have, even after selling our stakes to about 10% between two of us, we still own about 56%, 55%. So I think we still are very, very major owners of Newgen. And we will remain like that for a long, long period of time.
I can understand that. The next thing is, of course, when you talk about the digital space, what sort of a flip has COVID given to the entire digital business? You think that's the space where it's really going to stay for a long time and that's how things are going to work now?
See, when we started this company back in 95, we coined a phrase, and that was one word, one workplace. I know we were looking at the future and very much long future, but we believe firmly that ultimately people will be able to work from anywhere. And this was becoming absolutely essential because, things like banks and insurance company, ultimately they have to be centralized and they have to have many, many branches, many locations, many geographical locations. So how do they process? How do they operate? They may have ultimately accounting which is centralized, but working has to be paper-based or electronic-based. People have to get involved. So we believe firmly that you will need imaging and workflow to do the work on this kind of a thing. And so I think now we are seeing people working completely digitally from their homes and some people from office. So I think it is very much feasible to do this. And most of our customers are large banks and large insurance companies. And they have really benefited during these times, these COVID times. And we have been able to support them. We have ensured that all their systems are working. They have come back to us to implement many more things, new things. So we see this digital workspace to become more and more prevalent. So I think that is where we are. We have a very, very robust platform, which is working, it's a workhorse. Millions of transactions are being handled on this. And we are very gung-ho about it. So we have been operating till now. We have been mainly operating in India, Middle East, APAC, and a little bit in US. Now we are going in a big way to other mature markets, of course, mature market of US and other mature markets like UK and Australia, New Zealand, and things like that. And we see a great time because there is so much to do. And we are building partnership with our large SIs, system integrators, and working through them. And I think it's going to be a win-win for both. So we are looking forward for a very good future. And we are also changing our model from license sale to more subscription sales. And we are transitioning in this for last 1.5, 2 years. This year, our 59% sale is annuity. So it is not new licenses. It is basically people giving us support charges. They're giving us the annual technical support and subscription revenues. So these revenues are very good revenues, and there is a stability, and we can see these revenues at a very early stage. So I think we are on very good wicket, and we are poised for good times in coming years. So
Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us. Always good to get perspective.